My teacher almost killed me by accusing me of doing drugs. I've never once vaped or done anything to get high. It was during lunch that I realized I must have been allergic to something I ate. I specifically asked the lunch lady if there were nuts in the spaghetti. She said no. The staff knew about my severe nut allergy. I carried an EpiPen everywhere I went just in case, but something was in the food that was causing my throat to close up and my face to swell. Hives broke out on my arms and I clawed at my throat trying to breathe. A nearby teacher noticed my face and accused me of doing drugs. I've never done any of that, I tried to say, but the words were too thick around my swollen throat. Tears of despair filled my eyes as I reached into my backpack for my EpiPen. Allergy, I tried saying. Mrs. Jackson grabbed the case that had my EpiPen in it. Vapes aren't allowed on school property, she snapped. Not vape, I wheezed. EpiPen. She opened the case and stared inside before glancing at me. Self-medication isn't allowed, she sneered. You know this. She shoved the case in her pocket and grabbed my arm, yanking me to my feet. She dragged me to the principal's office and slipped inside while I waited on the bench outside the door. One other kid was sitting on the bench, hood up and earbuds in, ignoring everyone around him. I took my phone out with shaking fingers and typed out an SOS message to my mom. Help, allergic reaction. School thinks I'm high. My breathing was becoming labored. My nose wasn't working right. Something was wrong with my sinuses. I suddenly collapsed on the floor, hitting my head hard on the concrete. The kid on the bench sat up and ripped his earbuds out of his ears. Hey, are you okay? He asked, concerned. Help, I whispered. He saw my swollen face, swollen throat, hives all over my body. Do you have an EpiPen? He asked quietly. I barely nodded my head. Where is it? Mrs. Jackson, I whispered. His eyes darkened as he stood and immediately barged into the principal's office without knocking. Elias snatched the EpiPen from Mrs. Jackson and jammed it into my thigh. I gasped for breath, feeling dizzy and nauseous. Elias spun around to glare at the principal and Mrs. Jackson. She was having an allergic reaction, he yelled. The principal immediately called 911. My mom showed up a moment later and really let the staff members have it. The paramedics showed up next and loaded me into the ambulance. Mrs. Jackson lost her job over this.